Happy Friday Eve. It's Thursday. We're inching closer and closer to the end of the week. Gather around, my soap fans, because we're about to dive deep into the latest episode of The Young and the Restless. And trust me, folks, you don't want to miss out on all of the twists, turns, and emotional roller coasters that unfolded in today's episode. I'm going to give you a few highlights and then we'll unpack all of it. First, we see Phyllis drop company secrets to Tucker. Nate actually asks Audra to dinner, and Abby blindsides and shocks Lily and Devon by voting for Billy. So without any further ado, let's unpack this drama in Genoa City for May 16th. So let's start off with the drama brewing in the lobby of the athletic club. We got Daniel and Abby finding themselves on opposite sides of a lawsuit, and tensions are running high. Now, Abby's caught in a tough spot when Daniel confronts her about her vote against him in the boardroom. Now, the tension is so thick you can cut it with a knife as Abby struggles to try to justify her decision, leaving Daniel feeling betrayed and hurt. And Daniel, I think maybe you need to go take a seat because she don't owe you anything. Why do you feel entitled because you've been friends for so many years that she has to vote for you? And you got to remember how a lot of this started because of you and Heather, and whether you think Lily was being petty or not, Abby don't owe you anything. Meanwhile, upstairs in Audra's room, things are getting a little heated between her and Tucker. Audra's frustration reaches its peak when Tucker once again puts his desires ahead of, according to her needs, leaving her feeling neglected and unimportant. Now, their argument escalated into a heartbreaking confrontation, with Audra ultimately storming out, leaving Tucker alone to contemplate his actions in trying to rebuild his relationship with his son, Devon. There's even more drama back over at Chancellor Winters, where the power dynamics are shifting as Lily, Nate, and Devon confront Jill about her recent decisions, giving Billy all of her powers. Now, tensions is flaring as they demand answers and assert their authority. They want to neutralize Billy, putting them all on the same footing. However, this leaves Jill feel like she's backed into a corner. But when Abby, yes, Abby, unexpectedly sides with Jill, the balance of power still hangs in the balance, as now Billy has veto power over anything Lily and Devon want to put forward. And of course, this is leaving everyone questioning loyalties and alliances. Abby was upset that she was blindsided and not being told that they were going to do an emergency vote. And at the same time, I think a lot of that is also coming off of Daniel and the conversation she had with him earlier, that automatically she was going to side with Devon, and this was her opportunity to show otherwise. And once again, as I said before, Lily and Devon, maybe you should have listened to Mamie. So we can't forget about Phyllis and Daniel's heart-to-heart conversation at Crimson Lights as Phyllis tries to offer her son some much-needed guidance. Their conversation takes a surprising turn because he kind of sort of starts spazzing out. Then we see, with all of his frustration, he walks out. Tucker enters the scene. Sparks fly as Tucker and Phyllis find themselves at odds over family loyalties and business dealings. And this conversation leads Phyllis to tell all the little dirty secrets going on over at Chancellor Winters. That Billy now has the power. Devon and Lily can't do what they want. And at this point, she don't care, because then what happens? The most surprising, shocking moment comes when Phyllis decides to take matters into her own hands in front of Devon and quit Chancellor Winters for good. Her bold move, of course, will probably send shockwaves, but Devon, he didn't care. He said, you know what, thanks for quitting, so it does me the favor to not fire you. So now over at Society, Audra storms in on the warpath. Now Sally finds her and asks what's going on. Audra orders a whiskey and launches into a whole tirade about the jerk that Tucker is, focusing on everyone but her. Sally was like, is it Ashley again? She said, no, this time it's Devon. And of course, she is just exasperated. She walks Sally through the whole thing about him wanting to get back into Von Good's graces. Now, Sally gave her a stare. She gets her frustration, but she also sees Tucker's point of view. Now, of course, this isn't what Audra wants to hear, but Sally explains that her parents ignored her as a child, and she's kind of jealous that Devon even has a parent who wants to go on a limb for him. Now, Audra thinks devoted is a stretch, but she understands having her own parental sob stories. Now, Sally believes that he loves her. Audra thinks he's throwing everything away with her, and she knows that this is destined for disaster. Audra feels taken for granted and considers getting Glissade to appoint her as Tucker's replacement after she turns them against him. And of course, Sally is shocked. And Audra, I mean, you got mad earlier because he didn't consider you as family. He did offer you the opportunity to get into a legally binding family arrangement, which is a marriage, and you said, no, that's a long-term archaic institution. So, I mean, how do you want it both ways? You want to be the priority, but then you don't want him to make you the priority. Make that make sense. However, Nate comes up as they talk, and Audra tells her friend that, you know what, she's done. Now, Sally leaves, and Nate says that he heard some of that conversation. Audra doesn't need the I told you so's. She tells him she's flying to Paris, but Nate said, you know what, just sit back, stay, and have dinner with me. And finally, back over at Chancellor Winters, Abby tells Lily that she told Devon about who she voted for during the meeting about his case. Now, Lily explains, look, you need to stop that. This is confidential. She admits Daniel pleaded his case and it got to her. She's hoping for middle ground to avoid a battle. Maybe they can give him a game and keep a portion of the revenue. He can be an outside consultant, and they actually agree that that's fair. But Abby has been having secret sidebar conversations for a while now. First, outside of Devon, when she had the conversation at Crimson Lights with Billy. And then she had this sidebar conversation with Daniel. So, yeah, I don't know. I think maybe the secret threat is not Jill or Billy. Maybe it's Abby. Because at the end of the day, she is Victor Newman's daughter. Okay, so there you have it. Yes, once again, another day, another whirlwind of drama and intrigue on The Young and the Restless. We got to stay tuned for more jaw-dropping twists and turns, as they're sure to keep us on the edge of our seats. Let's get the conversation started down in the comment section. Nate telling Audra to come to dinner with him. I know they have been chem testing them for a while now. I am actually interested to see where this couple could go. Let me know if you would like to ship these two. Also, Phyllis dropping company secrets to Tucker, and she said, you know what, I don't care, and I quit. And Devon was like, I don't care, and thanks for quitting for me, so I won't have to waste my time firing you. Oh, yeah, that was crazy. And then Abby shocking Devon by voting with Billy and Jill. I mean, he automatically thought that Abby was going to vote on his side. Well, surprise, surprise, Devon. It didn't work that way. And now Billy has veto power over Lily and Devon. So let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you check out the Bold and the Beautiful recap for today, as well, as we got more drama with this situation. We'll find out today whether or not that test is negative or positive. We also going to see Liam taking Finn to task for not providing Steffi with the support she needs, according to him. Yes, the drama continues with this final week of May sweeps. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you're notified every time a video is posted. And until the next one, we'll see you all soon. Bye, guys.